Question, yeah. What's the weirdest barbering experience you ever had?
What happens in the barbershop? What do you man talk about?
A lot of things happen.
Mad.
Beef can happen.
Mad.
What do you talk about?
Nah, I felt man's tip on my knee still.
Hey yo, that's the yo, pause the cameras. Just pause everything. Hey, someone pause time in fact. Yo! Maybe it's because you're cool, man, isn't it?
Am I gonna do an intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, klar.
You want to do the intro?
Recording now.
Okay.
Who wants to do the intro? You? Are we back? Are we back again?
I'm good.
Are we back? You will speak, my friend. It's okay. You're efficient for a reason, innit, bro? Don't know, it's not every day humble behind the scene.
Yeah.
Even though you're behind the scene, but you know them ones.
I'll get the BTS as well.
So Ida.
Welcome back to another episode of Urban Earth. Oh yeah, I need to tag the guy that I get that inspiration from for this intro because he fucking, what's it called? He reviews like Naruto episodes, but his introduction is absolutely hilarious. Like he's got a cult sort of following. Welcome back to he's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, how many of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 man deep. 5 man deep from that episode.
We got Ida.
Yeah, we do.
She's back.
Yeah, we do.
We've got the Irish Dragon.
Yeah,
He's back. We've got a fishing in the back. He's back. And then we've got CK on the ladder. He's back. Word. He's just getting the behind the scenes right now. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Doing these things. You know what I'm saying? He's very integral. You know what I'm saying? To this great team, eh? You know what I'm saying? All the lovely people in the building today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the sweet ones in the world as well. You lot are loved.
Love deeply.
Especially the black sweet ones. Oh my god.
Doesn't get much. Deserve more credit.
Oh,
What?
what?
I love more credit.
Oh, I'm there with my pom-poms and the skirt cousin. Well, I'm there for them. I'm cheerleading for the black women and them.
I'm cheerleading too,
I'm
bro.
cheerleading, bro. Oh, you didn't know males could be cheerleaders?
Come on, bro.
Flexibility, bro.
With the vest.
Flexibility, bro. Yeah. Them tight top sheets. Them.
Leather panties.
Yeah, word. You see me doing backflips. No, but all seriousness, yeah. You know the vibes in there, community vibes, all of that. I'm saying, how's everyone doing though?
Splendid. I'm doing splendid, mate.
Yeah. Draymond Green in the house. If you watch basketball, you know why he's integral. Get me? You know, it's a metaphor for what the Irish Dragon does for us. You get me? Get me?
I'm not. It's a team. It's a
He's
team,
Irish.
You know, team mindset.
He's Irish.
Never undefeated.
Yeah, word. We actually need that as a drop for real. You might as well just do it. Record yourself doing it. Yeah.
He's Irish.
He's Irish. Ish, what you saying, bro? How you doing?
I've been good, man.
Yeah, man. Smooth.
Back to work now.
Yeah, I hear that. You finished fasting and that?
Yeah, finished fasting.
Yeah, I respect it still. Yeah. Hear that.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm Gucci, bro. You get me? You know?
No, but the trim's down,
Look,
bro.
that is goofy.
Because he knows, man, this is what I fuck with Ish, because me and Ish don't have to say much, he's an idiot. Ish is actually an idiot. I am man's good, bro. Like, get me? Life's well, I guess.
Why did you get the trim though?
My birthday's coming up, innit? So,
Barber done a good job, bro.
Boo, 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 boo.
We appreciate it.
and you know, it's ironic. My barber's a pastor, innit? So it's blessed by God, for real.
I can see it how he cut it.
Blades of God.
The anointing of the Holy Spirit.
That's how, say it again, the blades of God.
Blades of God.
Yo, now shout out my barber though. I fuck with him heavy though. Great person. You know what I'm saying? Worth the £20.
Oh, £20?
Definitely worth the £20, yeah.
Inflation.
Is it?
Oh no, he deserves it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but the inflation is crazy because I remember the £5 days.
I never got to £5.
It was £5 with a Nike tick, in fact. What are you telling me?
Oh my God. No,
£5
the
with the
cheapest I've known them
Nike
to be is tenner.
What?
Is a tenner.
Swear down, your barbers was getting to it early, boy. They're part of the inflation. That man was saying, what? We're still ordering £5 trims. Oh, we're upping that shit up. Why is this guy getting more bread than me? Fuck that shit. Some man are paying way more than that.
Where's the cheapest? £7, somewhere in Hawaii.
If you're getting a £7 trim in 2021, Don't trust that barber. I'm sorry. I'm happy to pay the 20. No, I get it. Do not trust your barber if he says it's £7. Your shit is getting pushed back or fucked up somewhere.
Using a ruler.
Yeah. Guy,
Using no ruler.
these clippers are dirty. You got bare razor bumps on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Joe.
Sorry.
Question, yeah. What's the weirdest barbering experience you ever had?
What happens in the barbershop? What do you man talk about?
Oh, a lot of things happen.
Mad.
Beef can happen.
Mad.
What do you talk about?
Football talks happen.
Do you lot objectify women?
Oh no, I'll give one example. That's my example.
Definitely.
I'll tell my example of that, but I'll leave out the occasion. So
I don't really have any weird moments like that. I've been in a barbershop that I can really think about. Like,
Nah, I felt man's tip on my niece though.
oh, hey yo, that's a big. Hey yo, pause the cameras. Just pause everything.
This guy.
Hey, someone pause time in fact. Yo, I want to say that. Hey, the trim's done, man. I'm going home with half my food. Do you keep your eyes open when he's doing the shape up?
Bro,
That's what happened.
Do you wiped it? You wiped your knee? Nah, yo.
I'm gonna vomit.
Confused.
I'm sure.
What to do? Just keep trimming my hair.
I'm sure that wasn't what I thought it was, so I'm just gonna wipe my knee.
It's fine.
That must have been yeah.
You see?
He got into a scuffle last night, and what had happened was he got banged in his thigh. That is the only explanation.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, to me.
Barbers, fights.
You know, clippers involved. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
this guy.
Yeah.
Do you might keep your eyes open when they're doing their shape up?
Now sometimes it's a bit weird.
Yeah, no, I close my eyes automatically. I'm not looking up at no other man. That shit, I ain't looking up at you like, hey, yo, that looks brazy. From his POV
my
as
God.
well. Yeah, I'm looking wild from that
You're an idiot. Oh my god.
That's weird.
Weird. The worst thing is when your barber's hand is smelling and now he's doing your like beard and that. Come on, man, like move your hand, guys. You need to clean your hand, bruv.
Do you not watch? They're supposed to wash their hands before they.
My barber uses gloves.
Yeah,
I'm just saying in general, my barber uses gloves.
My barber doesn't.
Your barber doesn't?
My barber's not this.
Wait. What does your barber do?
Not this current barber, but one of my last barbers, like, slammed the phone in my face and made me watch a video of a girl giving him head and him busting the girl's face.
What?
Whilst I'm getting my hair cut.
Oh my god.
Now I'm doing this with the neck and the phone's doing this where my neck moves. I'm thinking I'm never coming back here.
No, I would never have come
That's
back.
harassment, you know. Like you did. That was unsolicited.
No, I was like like 18, 19 here.
Bruh.
Where was he from? What country was he from?
You're fully there still.
I'm gonna leave that out because I'm keeping out any details that can.
That's wild.
That's wild. Why the fuck would you do that though?
I was gonna ask you, what is that? Why he's your ex-barber? And that?
No, I give my barbers the 3 strike.
See, this is what I wanted to know.
And then he broke all. That was his second strike.
No, that should have been. It should have been over.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on the madness. It depends. Like
Do you want to know what the third strike was?
that's.
Oh yeah, no. Let's go to the first track. I want to know what the
He
first.
sounds wild. I'm scared.
This barber shop is. It's in the end, but there's like a salon next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one big place.
Yeah.
The old school thing.
Boss lady from the
Yeah.
salon comes in and starts knocking everything down on the tables whilst I'm waiting to get my hair cut. Yeah, because apparently him and one of the boss mans that's cutting the hair were knocking boots and big
Her,
man-
you mean?
her and one of the barbers were
Yeah.
knocking boots.
Yeah.
And he
Knocking
done
boots.
something. So
So she
ran
can't
out.
fuck shit up in
She
the
just
bar.
came fucking shit up and I'm thinking I should not have come back here. If you know what I mean.
Aye, niggas, you need to know who you're fucking sometimes, man. Fucking hell, man. Them.
Man will shit where they eat or what's whatever that saying
shit
is,
where they
fam.
sleep. Yeah.
They would. The power of the penis.
No, pussy's like
For
no.
certain man, them.
I've
You know what I mean?
I've been
They haven't
hypnotized.
opened up their pineal glands.
I have been hypnotized
trap.
before. I thought I was in love. That shit was fire. God damn.
Fell in love with a stripper.
And bro,
I'm dead.
you know what? It's like an eclair because it's chocolate on that. Anyway, we leave it. We'll leave that one. But if you get the metaphor. Anyway,
What's your story though? What's your story?
with Barber?
Yeah.
This guy already started laughing before you.
No, what were you talking about before?
Okay.
And we told you
There's
to
some
carry
eclairs
on.
out there.
Cool.
Yeah, the third stripe, please.
I like that.
Go back.
We're back. Okay. I'm gonna get into my engagement mode now, yeah? And lift up. Yeah? Cool.
Engage us with the conversation.
So,
You just needed to even out the blood flow.
exactly. So, when I was this is young Nisi, yeah?
Yeah. How old are we talking?
So this isn't do-rag, Golden
didn't know
State
what
Blue
do-rag was.
Nisi. This is like church Nisi when I first met you.
Tight shirt.
Yeah, tight shirt. Swag is
Tight.
terrible.
I need to see pictures.
Yeah,
Tight. He's a smart guy.
yeah, tight, everything tight. If you know what I mean. Just always in a suit for some
Nothing
reason.
but business.
Yeah.
Nothing but
Yeah,
knowledge.
yeah,
No person that just
Did you
knowledge.
wear the shoes?
yeah. All the shoes.
Just knowledge.
Yeah.
And I want to, that's it. I want to succeed. That's what he used.
Yeah. But whilst I'm this guy back then, the social anxiety running through my head is mad.
God.
I feel you on that one.
You had to figure it out.
Yeah.
I feel
But bro, I didn't, for example, yeah, I'm assuming you all went to a mixed school.
I went to boys' school.
Okay.
Real niggas.
I'm going to give the
That's
second
something
assumption.
Those are the white boys.
Because the first assumption is wrong. The second assumption is you all growing up in the ends, you had to interact with males and females of different cultures and ethnicities.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have that experience.
Why?
I grew up in Ireland with the white people. So I had white
I have
people.
a similar. My
And
thing's
then when
kind
I
of
came
similar.
to England, the Congolese people didn't
so
consider
that was
me
my balance.
Congolese.
What? Why?
Because man has an Irish accent, I can't speak Lingala, so I'm not Congolese.
So finished.
Yeah.
You couldn't speak Lingala?
Man,
If you can't tick the basic cultural boxes,
finished.
you don't
You don't
Finished.
belong.
deserve the title.
You don't belong.
Yeah, I hear you.
You don't like the food, you don't know the language, you're just
Finished.
so disconnected, you
don't-
might as well not be it.
Even if you don't speak a certain way.
Even though you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Really and
Dead
truly.
ass.
You can't erase that.
We do that with
Yeah.
black people in general, to be fair.
Yeah.
Which is fucked.
So how
Kill
did,
ourselves.
what, go on.
Yeah, so insecurities I feel in society is stigmatized. So people don't like to admit having insecurities. And if people tend to look down upon others that do have insecurities. Yeah. So let's have a conversation where we humanize insecurities, how people develop insecurities, why they might exist, and why in the long run they're damaging for the person that holds it. Like you're more of a freer person if you strip yourself of it, which might sound difficult. Does that make sense?
But I feel like if you're saying like strip your self of like insecurities and stuff.
That's not possible.
Yeah, I don't
I think
think
we've spoken. I've said this before. Having insecurities
Is normal.
It's seen as like something that taints us or makes us like not competent in some sort of way. Like we lack something because of it. When it's really just natural and unavoidable, really and truly, and it's really just the way you deal with them or how you
approach them.
how you approach them every time
you
you
choose
feel
to
them.
approach them.
Every
what I
every
was
time
gonna
you
say.
feel them affecting you, or like you feel the insecurity taking a hold of you in a specific moment or situation, you just have to learn how to
feel
deal with
like-
that. It's not necessarily trying to stop that ever occurring, because you really can't.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question to expand that then. Some individuals, their insecurities run away with them and they get lost in their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can develop like a bare antisocial behavior because of that.
Yeah.
Like you can develop like addictions, become reclusive, etc. How do those people manage it? If you know what I mean? Because I hear what you're saying, where it is human for everyone to have insecurities, and there's a difference between having an insecurity and the insecurity affecting you.
I'm not a therapist.
But I think
What about just as a personal experience?
I'll answer that. I'll say basically you just gotta you gotta look yourself in the mirror first. That's where it starts, isn't it? Like you gotta proper like analyze yourself, like you know what I'm saying? Understand what makes you insecure, what shit ain't good for you, what shit is good for you. Cause then when you start giving yourself a spectrum to work off, then it's easier. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes the insecurity is there, but you don't know what necessarily is making you insecure.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as just black and white, as just knowing what the insecurity is. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got to kind of sit back and kind of like look at yourself, innit? And maybe like think of past situations where you feel like you may have like acted out, or and think, why did you give a certain reaction in that certain time? As maybe that's the insecurity, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I personally did look at it.
No, which is true. I remember a personal experience of the first time I was in a club abroad. Yeah. So when I stepped into that club, I was feeling bare anxiety. Yeah. And then exactly what you said, I didn't do it then because I didn't understand it then. If not, like, because you experience shit, you feel the feeling, and then you understand the feeling later on. Because it's a new
Were
feeling.
you anxious after you had a drink?
I started drinking I realized after a couple more experiences that if I drink, it numbs the anxiety. And that's when I started to realize I have an issue. Because now drinking is to stop anxiety and not to just vibe.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So that's when I started to look into like, why is it when I'm here, man feels unease. Not at ease, not at ease.
Yeah.
No, that's like the same. with me.
Uneasy.
Uneasy, that's a better word.
I never used to clock that I may have social anxiety, you know. I just used to think like why the fuck do I feel like overwhelmed, innit? Like, and then obviously I didn't know, so I'm young, innit? So like maybe like 14, 15. But like I taught myself like bro, like there's no point in like fearing it. Like, it's not like I can't hold a conversation. I think it was more so like, I was fearful of not
Like rejection.
getting the energy, receiving the same energy back. And that's not even with girls or anything, that's just with people in general, isn't it? Like, so I was like, had to understand like,
Makes things awkward, so
Yeah,
you don't
because
want to
now
have the
I'm-
conversation at all, and then you
Yeah.
end up being silent, and you're like, fuck, I'm
because
not saying anything.
I'm not trying to overexert, and then I'm waffling, and now I'm like trying to waffle more to like, but yeah. Then I'll just go down a spiral, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Stumbling
Yeah,
everything.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's why, like, that's why,
Same
like,
time you're getting onto yourself. Wow.
yeah.
Why can't I just be normal?
Literally.
So that's why I like smoking, because it's like, yeah, cool, you can say what you want about weed or whatever. Like, so I wanted to like, that's why I'd be doing research on CBD and all of that and shit, all that important stuff and how it actually can help with anxiety and shit. Because when I do smoke, all that stumbling shit, all that overthinking, it just slows down, and I'm like, I can really just like think. Like, a lot of the time when I've had like real conversations with myself is when I was high, and I'm like able to really like think and be harsh on myself. Like, not harsh in the way I'm like putting myself down, but I'm really looking at it from a
Well, self-critical.
from an aspect of where I could have done better, where I played a part in a certain thing to make this shit happen. Obviously, someone could have done me dirty or whatever, but I learned how to think, what did I do and what could I have done better in the situation for it not to get there? Do you know what I'm saying?
Question: do you think there are methods out there that can actually help non-like chemical or whatever?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
out there
Counselling is
that
real.
that is able to actually help you
So I've done like other things.
get
so
less anxiety
outside
in
of
certain situations.
outside of that, I've learned how to like, if something bugs me and I don't really understand why it's bugging me, I'll write it down. So like, it'll just be like messy thoughts in it, because now I can see what I'm thinking in it. It's not just in my head, and so I can visualize it.
That's true.
So now it's written down. At the same time, I'm getting it off my chest as well, because sometimes you don't have someone to speak to necessarily or
Release
feel
and that,
comfortable. So like, if you write that shit down, you're actually getting out.
Diaries are important, people.
No,
Like,
you're getting out the
actually,
emotion
it
whilst you're
will-
writing it. Like, do
it
you
will
get
I
what I'm
have
help
a
you.
diary. I have a diary. For that exact reason that you two said, I have a diary. Like, I didn't, because of my social anxiety, I said to myself, yeah, voluntarily, then voluntarily turns into non-voluntarily, because now people don't
a habit
speak
now.
to you. Yeah.
And it's fun to read them back and see who you were
No,
like
it is.
a couple years ago.
It's mad. Even
Yeah.
a year.
I ain't got to
That shit's lit. You're literally archiving yourself. Like, that's super
I delete
lit.
it, because I'm like, it's like a,
Oh no, I do it as well.
I delete it.
I
Like,
run through my year's diary, take shit that's important, move it to the new year's diary, and scrap the rest.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause some
I don't-
of
I
these
should do
are
that, to be fair. I should do that.
That's very
insecure,
efficient.
you know?
that's official. I should do that.
Really?
Because normally for me, when I wrote shit down, it was more so negativity. innit?
do and
So it was like, I only really write shit down if it's something like,
Vulnerability Diaries coming out soon.
if it's something that really pissed me off.
Out now.
It's never really positive, my diary. If it was a positive thing I was writing, then I would probably keep it. But more time, it's just trying to get
No,
emotional.
but you see the negative stuff. My diaries help me to deal with negativity. Because, for example, society doesn't teach males I say males and females somewhat, but if you're looking through the lens of toxic masculinity, the only emotion that we're taught to show and navigate through is anger.
And not to cut you off, but another thing, like, and validations, or like, I just want to say quickly, like with men, I feel like a validation, like, we only have like really two routes to get validation
From other men.
Yeah, from other men through money and women. And that shit isn't validations, you know what I'm saying? So then that shit turns into the emotion of anger, frustration, because you're really trying to live up to this ego of being a man, innit? Because for some reason, everyone has to be the man, everyone has to be the boss, everyone has to be the CEO, you gotta provide, you gotta do this. And that's hard if you really want to provide, not to just for the social media sake, just if you're trying to provide and want to do something, when you're seeing other people portray a lifestyle that they may not necessarily live, it's hard to deal with, innit?
But that shit can give you insecurities. Like, I remember when I was younger, I had an issue with how my identity relates to what society tells me a man should be. I didn't think I lived up to what society told me a man should be. That made me insecure. So I started to
In what way?
So, for example, I have a calm demeanor and I smile a lot. So growing up, people would say stuff like, you smile too much, like, why are you showing so much teeth?
Yo, that used to happen to me all the time. Like, you get made fun of for being good vibes. How does that make sense? Why did? Oh,
I think people are just projecting.
Kids are so mean.
I think kids are just projecting. My man's bad energy, so because I'm good energy, now I'm weird.
Cause you lot are doo-doo, man. Fuck.
But when I was young, though, I didn't understand that, so I used to think, oh shit, I might be weird, you know?
Yeah.
So I started to what's that called? When you start to do too much now.
Yeah, you're overcompensating.
Bro.
So like,
I see that so
therefore overcompensated in
so many
secondary school.
Yeah.
You have to be aware to actually clock how much you're doing certain things. People don't even do the analysis in the first place.
Yo, sometimes you want to fit in so bad, you do
You do anything, literally, even if it compromises your character.
And when I look back, I'll be like, I would never do that. Like, that's not who I am. Like, do you know what I'm saying? When you look back at
Makes sense.
When you look back at it, you're like, fuck, why was I even in these situations? Or why the fuck did I do that from niggas that don't really care about, man? Do you know what I'm saying? People that don't really, you ain't even probably speaking to half of the man that was there when you was overcompensating. You know why? Because you're not that person. And they're like, oh, if you're not trying to be this, then fuck you. No, I was cool with that. I was like, hey, deuces to you, nigga, too. Like, I had the real ones beside me anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But I guess you had that mentality that saved you from
it was tough to
bending.
get there, though. I won't lie. I'm not gonna just sit here and say, "Oh, I just flipped one day," and you know what I'm saying. It was just more so finding myself in it. But I had to go through I had to take real life L's, like, you know what I'm saying,
and still taking real life L's, and still trying to be aware of certain things that you're not aware of.
Exactly.
It's just an endless cycle, isn't it? But
that's the goal, innit, to always improve as a person.
Pretty much. You want to fucking be stagnant? There's pride in being stagnant. That's crazy to me.
But some people don't have that mindset, though. Some, like, I've interacted with some people in life where their actions forms part of their identity. So if you criticize their actions, they feel like you're criticizing them.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. And then having that type of mentality.
Conflate it.
Yeah, they conflate it too. So having that type
I
of
do that a lot.
it can happen. It can happen.
Human.
If you know what I mean. But having that mindset makes it difficult for you to self-critique. Because no one likes to shit on themselves.
Yeah.
But your actions are not you. So
because they can be changed.
Yo, oh my God,
If your actions are not you, you become more objective because you're like, why the fuck
I did an action. Why? Let me change.
It's almost like our body experience. You gotta really like look at yourself from how like you view yourself and then pair it up to the person of past actions that you've done in it. And if they don't align, then you got some soul searching to do.
And on the off chance that you can't realize what you're doing, you have people around you that can at least be real enough to let you know what that is.
But that's what I was gonna say. When you were asking how do people how do they get through it, and I said I'm not a therapist. I feel like being around like folks that you can speak to and you trust their advice and all them kind of things there can really help you when you don't actually have when you don't have access to therapy.
Literally, that's free therapy.
You just make sure that the friends you have you can trust and speak to. Or at least if you have a good relationship with your siblings or your family members, like utilize that.
Disclaimer: we are not saying that you should rub out and rinse out your friends and family with
But just-
specific things that they might not
but
be
your
able to
friends
help you with.
should be there for
Yes.
those
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
in,
If you-
in those times of need. That's what they're there for. Like,
If you look around
not
your
just my friend
circle,
for no reason. You got to roll.
if you look around your circle and like your bedrooms ain't G-checking you if you do some fuck shit, or your bedrooms ain't trying to say like help you improve as a person, then
They have a
you need-
purpose. Yeah.
you need to reevaluate your circle. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Even being
like, friendship
vulnerable.
shouldn't survive on just vibes and going out. You know what I'm saying?
Even
That's
the
not
what?
real.
Like what you're saying, even being vulnerable around your brethren. If you know, because the man them will G-check if you do something wrong, depending on what they define
all
as
of them.
wrong.
Not all of them, bro.
There's a lot of enablers in the
Yeah,
gang.
they would
still.
watch you fall off,
Yeah.
chat shit behind your back,
Yeah.
and then come and say they're bro in your face. bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've been there personally,
Patriarchy is
bro. I've been there
upheld by
personally. You know what I'm saying?
enablers.
Yeah.
That's another
Literally.
thing.
Yeah,
That's the only reason
Someone
why it
doesn't
can
want to speak
continue
up when
to
they should have.
exist. Yeah.
Okay. I can't dispute that point.
Yeah. You can't.
Speak.
Yeah.
It's through society,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
bro.
I would say, so like society and me, yeah, so when I'm forming my support network, I only now allow people around me that allow me to be vulnerable in front of them.
Yeah.
Because the relationships I had in the past, I can't be vulnerable with my man because I say something, you're overreacting.
Or you use
Or
it
you're
against me
judging.
later.
Or the judgmental, yeah.
Yeah. That's not a
It's
friend.
wrong, yeah.
Bro, that's why I find it hard to express myself to people. Because like, I don't know the angle you're coming from.
The anxiety and trust
Yeah.
is crazy.
Oh my god, like
I'm trying to give you two pieces of
I don't have
information, but I'm
commitment
not too
issues.
sure
Yeah.
I've got
now.
commitment issues in life. Like I don't. It's hard to commit to like you have to.
You gotta be ballsy though, for real.
Yeah,
There's
facts.
at some point where you know that if you think about it too much, the anxiety is gonna
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
you
of
from
course.
doing it. So you just have to just do it.
Of course, but obviously you just know signs, innit? If
Yeah.
you know,
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can use little telltale signs.
You don't
know,
jump in
okay, I
there when
could
there's red flags.
Yeah, of course. That's what I mean. I'm not gonna say
Take your
I'm not
time,
gonna
nigga.
commit ever, but like
Yeah.
it's like, bro, you have to take your time with that shit because some people are really just around you to see you fail, bro.
Yeah.
No, but see with that, yeah. I remember when, so moved to the UK uni, yeah. I didn't have to interact with people on the outside in a way in which I'm outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
We outside.
You
Yeah,
just about
outside.
clocked the Irish thing. Congolese thing didn't really bang. Now you have to go to the city and clock the city thing.
Yeah. So when I'm clocking the city thing, there is an element of my trust issues because I don't trust you. Because the first couple of years I'm naive. So I'm trusting people I shouldn't be trusting.
Bruh, London's full of
Bruh.
vultures.
If you're,
Real
yeah,
vultures.
yeah, and then you get burnt a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then now I've gone through
Everyone. Yeah, everything that looks like a vulture, everything that flies.
Yeah.
Getting
But
shot down.
Not all of them are vultures though.
Oh yeah, vultures don't fly, do they?
That's the thing. You're just killing some innocent
they
people.
do,
sometimes.
yeah, they do.
People take innocent shots for no reason.
Of course they do.
Bro.
But that's what happens though. That's what you gotta kind of understand. It's like you can't let the bad experiences affect like future experiences. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you go through a lot of bad experiences and there's like, fuck that shit. I ain't. Just get me. You're like, I'm not on it no more. Now you're hurting people. You're just acting like a dickhead, like because you're just so scared of being hurt again.
Yeah.
And that's not fun. What's the saying?
What they say, you ain't
It
healed
is.
yet, man.
What's the saying about?
You ain't healed.
It's. I'd rather be hurt than to never love again or some shit again. What's that saying? I forgot.
Well,
I forgot the saying, man.
I think I know what you're
It's
talking
better to
about.
have loved and lost. There we go. It's better to have loved and lost than to never love.
Well, which is
in the
true.
first place.
Which is very true. Like,
Loved the
which
two.
is very true, bro. I remember that, again, with personal experience, when it came to relationships,
Deeper one.
I had attachment issues.
Wake up.
Yeah. So like,
Subscribe.
no. If
Ad-libs, that's all I do.
like,
The Migos of the podcast.
I'm socially anxious.
Nature.
I'm reclusive. So if I did have people, I held on tight because if these people
I
left,
can't lose. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna get.
I'm
more
in the
people.
ocean with no float.
That's called dependency.
See, yeah.
I had that shit.
Yeah. It's really, but it's unhealthy.
To a degree.
Nisi's on the sofa today, bro.
You gotta be you on your own enough and
but
solid enough.
I wasn't me though.
Yes, and then
I
that's
was what
unhealthy.
they wanted me to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
For sure.
I became master comedian.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. You know exactly how
Man
to
said
move.
Shane
with
Sung.
everyone.
Man took everyone's power. Shane Sung, man was
Yeah,
everyone.
bro. Master comedian. Like I remember a day at church, yeah. Chris, check your phone, miss call.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I remember a day at church in which church finished. I used to record. Yeah, one mother came up to me and she referred to me as cameraman. Yeah, and then that spun my head because I'm thinking,
Raw.
I swear my name's Nisi. I did. I
No,
felt like,
come on,
Introduce
bro.
me.
I felt like I
have
was
a
a
name.
role.
You didn't even introduce.
She did know, but I felt like I was a role. Like all I am to her is
yeah.
cameraman. I'm not
Hey,
Nisi.
you almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And then I carry that
Some
with me in
self-worth.
my life,
Yeah.
bro. I carry that with me in my life. Like, I'm not your boyfriend. I'm Nisi. If you know me. I'm not your son. I'm Nisi. Respect Nisi.
Hey, do you know what's so mad that you said that? Yeah, a lot of people's
deep.
attachment issues come from their parents, and but
Deep.
do you know why it is? Because
I don't even hear my name like that.
It's
Because-
deep.
because obviously a lot of the time
Fly the brr.
your parents will pull the parent card, innit? And they won't actually hear you out. They just say I'm your parent.
I keep
So then you go through
That's like
life.
my soft spot with my parents. I'm like, nah.
Word. Because I
do that,
didn't
don't do
understand
that.
how that fucked me
Don't
up.
do that.
Because it was just me and my mum, innit? So I
Don't
didn't
do
really
that.
know how that fucked me up. And then I
Yeah.
started understanding raw, like,
Every little thing I do now is because of that.
yeah, like, so I'm letting certain things happen. I'm like, no, what the fuck is
That's
that?
not okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not okay. But because your parent pulls the parent card,
Yeah.
but you're under their roof,
Yeah.
they're your provider. You're still going.
I gave birth to.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what? I should stay
Nah,
quiet and not
I came
care
out
how
of
I
a
feel
tube.
because
And then
you're
you don't
giving
know
me
how to
something
air
I
it
want
out
or I
in the
need.
future.
Yeah, exactly. And then you throw that into with like niggas have that problem with women and that.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
She's doing stuff that's annoying me, but I don't know how to say it in a way that isn't just anger.
And now you got resentment.
Yeah.
Every time she does something similar to that
Yeah.
fucking bitch.
Bro.
Fuck's sake.
Yo, that bitch was so aggressive.
Hey, I'm telling you, I chat to man them like when they say certain things, it's like, bro, you need to heal, cause
Yeah.
you and your mom's relationship is clearly spilling everywhere.
Yeah. No, real shit. One of my favorite rappers said, I don't know how I got this way. It's probably my mother's fault, innit? And when he said, bro, I'm not gonna, I pause.
Man just has to sit down and in silence.
I felt it like it was like because I get what he's saying, innit? Because it's like
That's a relatable.
it's relatable because I can understand how if you got a certain relationship with your mum or whatever and
You
don't
didn't
go a certain
address it,
way,
nothing. Just kept
when you
moving on the
go out
road.
to then deal with women in life, it could go two ways. Either you become like. So you can either like let women walk all over you, or you can have a resentment to women and treat them like shit.
Okay, I'm gonna spin the coupe side, yeah?
Yeah,
And say
spin
this.
that.
Yeah. So you see why my life this way is my mother's fault. Yeah. So cool. Yeah. Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
You're born.
Yeah.
Someone nutting someone, a baby's born.
Wow.
No, keep going. Yeah.
Cool. Now,
Get how sex works, mate. Yeah.
now the baby
Walking us through.
Go.
Go.
the baby is put in an environment that the baby has no control over what the
Just
environment is.
fluid, adaptable.
Yeah, the baby just
being.
has to adapt.
Yeah.
So imagine
Or
the
die.
baby has a parent where anytime the parent does something wrong and you go and address it, I'm the parent, I know best. The baby, kid, child, teenager will develop a habit that he can't verbalize stuff that annoys him. So he won't verbalize stuff that annoys him. For example, imagine if your parent deals with frustration with anger. The child will adopt a behavior and deal with frustration
With anger. Yeah. Adapted.
You know what I mean? I think insecurities are built like that as well.
Yeah.
It's something you pick up through your
Along the way.
environment,
Yeah.
experiences.
Hundo.
And then until you realize that, oh fuck, my experiences adapted me like this, people don't change it.
Yeah, it just lingers in the subconscious. It hangs in there, just
This is
pulling the
funny 'cause
strings.
every time I had a conversation like this, or conversations take this turn, my teacher would always say, like, this is like every kind of conversation about human behavior always comes down to nature versus nurture.
Oh, of course. You
Like,
can't run from that.
Yeah. So it's just, it's funny that's the recurring
Bro,
theme.
it's just like you said, it's a journey, bro. It's
We're
just fine.
sponges, innit?
Literally.
We
Everything we've experienced is in our subconscious.
It's learned.
It hasn't
Yeah.
disappeared anywhere. It's just about that repetition making it something that affects you, I
You have
guess.
to pick a way to change it.
Literally.
Bro, my special move was lock
It's
the
like
door.
catching fish in some giant ocean. Like, yeah, that's wrong. Whoops. I do that bare. Whoopsie, forgot about that. Wow, that's every day. Okay, I'm 10 minutes late to everything. Oh shit.
Sometimes you gotta look yourself. It's tough.
Yeah, it is literally. You said it was easy.
Because now you gotta have real conversations. Oh, am I really a waste? Yeah, I'm really a waste, man.
Yeah, I was the one in the wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Like, I'm actually a wow. Like,
It's not good,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Every now and then, it's like my mind's like like dissing me. Every now and then my mind pops up with like reminds me of something I've done in the past. I'm not happy that I've done.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
But
what
to a
the fuck
degree,
is it?
otherwise it gets a bit unhealthy.
Oh no, my therapist told me that I need to stop that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I have a therapist since May 2020.
Big up the man, them.
I need to get a
Yeah.
Hashtag
Bro.
therapy gang.
That the first lockdown buckled me mentally. Buckled me mentally. I
Man
stopped
said him
eating.
versus him for real.
Yeah, I stopped eating afterward. Then it got to like May, and I looked. I think I told you about my my
Yeah,
family
mum.
with you're childish. Yeah,
Man touched him and said you're childish. That's so weird. That's so
They said you're
rude.
childlike, but they said childish.
Yeah, because African parents don't know how
They
to
don't know,
use
yeah. Anything close enough, that's it, yeah.
Because I said the same thing. Like, I know what she
You're
meant.
fat, you know.
Bruh.
Oh,
Hey, parents are different, bro.
Unfiltered.
It's too unfiltered.
Easy.
Too
Unfiltered
unfiltered.
fun.
Like, it's like, bro, like,
It's-
I have
it's
a
sharp.
feelings. I am not a robot. Like, you could have let me down gently. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yeah, I know I look like a donut right now. Yes, I look like the Michelin man. You didn't need to say it like that. You get me? Fucking hell. That gin doesn't really fit you
Mum.
anymore. Like,
You know when
Before
that
I
happens to
explode.
me, yeah, I react with rudeness. I actually don't care because it's just like, how dare you come with the audacity, the nerve to fix yourself to say something like that to me, and I can't respond the way I feel
yeah, word.
appropriate.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me I'm rude now? What was that then?
Yeah, that was rude.
No, that was I'm your parent.
Yeah, that's what
You see how you see how you can never
Thank
explain.
God, my mum's not even
Do you know
like
how
that.
my mum
Thank God,
spins it?
but
My mum
aunties,
spins it. It's so funny, fam.
no, the
Too
aunties
funny.
had to get on my nerves. It was.
They spin it.
Yeah, like, and then they'll go back to your parents and then tell a whole new story.
You see, she's very rude. You need to tell her something because I'm scared for her.
That's not very ladylike
It's
for
not
somebody like
ladylike.
that. Yeah.
You know when we was us,
Yes. We knew how to speak to our elders.
we had respect, you
Yes.
know.
That's why we have
These
blessings
kids
today.
this age,
Yeah,
because
they
they're
don't
in
have,
London,
they have no blessings. They
they
don't
think
understand.
we can't beat them back.
Yeah. Well, because they have child services, they think that they can just speak to you anyhow.
Because MJ said it best. Just beat it.
this guy.
Yo, that was so. Yo, for you, yeah.
You said the boss.
You play too much.
Yo, you said the boss.
You play too
You
much.
need to lie on the ground the side. That was offside. So I'm gonna get a flag in here, blood. Fucking hell, bro.
Just be.
This guy, man.
Pile, pile.
What's the worst beatings you ever got?
Oh,
WWE's.
Oh, I got that into anyway.
No, allegedly. I was an
Shawn
adult.
Michaels and Trish Stars. You talk about wrestling.
Oh, no, yeah, I got a couple people's elbow from the parents.
Oh,
allegedly.
My parents.
Allegedly.
Oh, I thought we were. Oh my God, I'm naming.
Michael's on you. Hey.
If your mom sweet chin music, that's crazy.
Those are my two
And then
favorite
dropped off
wrestlers.
the fridge with the elbow.
Your days and that, you feel one weight on your head.
What would you do if your mom could actually do that? That would be hilarious, though. But yeah.
Let's spin it all the way back. Where the fuck was we?
we're just
Vulnerabilities, no?
So we're talking about how parents can add
Insecurities.
to insecurities, yeah.
Yeah, but you see,
Being at church, you being at church when you're
Yes.
socially
camera-
anxious.
The
and
church
Yeah.
thing.
Oh.
Thank you,
the
bit.
story.
I know, he was talking about therapy as well.
well,
Oh,
even
yeah,
the
you did jump into
even
therapy.
the
Oh,
church.
okay.
So like, cool.
was better.
I'll wrap it around. then,
Thank you.
yeah. So like,
Call it a
Like
day.
clink film.
when I look at myself, yeah,
They're clean.
I see that there's been different versions of me throughout time. So there was the version of me in secondary school when I was dealing with these issues and my mind was like this, and my environment was like this, and because my environment was like this, I behaved like this. There's a new version of me in uni and in church, and the version of me now is a version of me that I'm preparing to drop the future versions of me. So I'm thinking about like the type of mindsets to keep, the type of mindsets to strip. If you know what I mean? Because like I've been in a couple of relationships just in general, and I realized like there's certain stuff I was doing that wasn't the most appropriate. If you know what I mean? Even when it comes to communication, like I had like an anger issue, but I just wild over anything. If you know what I mean? Like anything, I'm thinking to myself, this is childish. You know? This is childish,
I'm
bro.
just popping off.
Yeah. It's mad, you know. It's mad. I would say to the people them that like,
But that doesn't. Sorry, that doesn't stop. In life,
Yeah,
you
literally.
do that
Never
every
stop.
New
day.
versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got new versions
that's
every day.
happening
You ain't
every
the same
day. I feel
person
like
next
people
Man, I see something.
Like even in just life in general, it's very limiting how society tells us you do this in life, you take this path, this happens at this age, you get married at this time, and then this happens, and then you retire, you take your pensions, and then you die at this age. Like everything, shit, I've lost my point.
No, you're talking about society's limiting.
Yeah,
us.
like it doesn't change. It's constantly
Adapting,
Shit.
You're
evolving.
adapting, yeah, you're evolving.
yeah. And
Because
those
you learn new things every day,
things
innit?
aren't necessarily like you don't reach those milestones and then like nothing happens from there. There's no climax. It's just it's constantly going. If that,
Until you
am I
die.
making sense?
No,
Yeah,
you're making
yeah.
perfect sense.
The climax
Yeah.
is death.
Yeah.
That's the climax.
No,
Not to be morbid, but yeah, the
Yeah,
climax
but
is death.
that's the only certainty in
Yeah.
life, essentially. Like that's what I'm trying to
Because
say.
the longer you live, the
So-
more you change, the more.
no, but
God,
no,
that
you're
took
good.
ages
You're
to
right.
get
No,
out.
you're right. No. I was with you.
Because I agree. I think some people, when it comes to like experiencing existence, they don't push themselves to develop to the fullest potential. If you know what I mean. So like, for example, I used to be outside Nisi, inside Nisi, and I had to force myself to be outside Nisi.
What does that mean?
Because so like, I was reclusive. I didn't leave my house. I was just
Oh, I see. Inside your house, outside into the world.
Yeah, like
you.
interacting with the world, learning the importance of support networks, learning the importance of it's not good for you mentally to be in your house 24 hours.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean,
Definitely not.
you probably need some fresh air.
But that's like you becoming like not content with how you're carrying on.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
wasn't
So, like,
content. I wasn't content. at
Exactly.
all.
So that's
Yeah.
why you meant
Oh, yeah, but that's where the battle is. If you like,
That's
sorry,
different
not to cut you
people.
off. Like, if you're not content, but you can't find a way out, like, like you're saying, getting yourself from being inside Nisi to outside Nisi. That's where the battle is because you know that this is not what you want to do, but you're trying to actively change that, and that transition is where the difficulty comes in, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
you went from experiencing things and not knowing what's going on, or not having enough tools, active tools, to actually having the tools and now planning ahead, as you're saying, future planning.
Yeah.
Anytime you experience something you don't like, you break it down. You
Yeah.
take what's good, you dash the bad.
Yeah,
That's what you gotta do. You gotta learn from your L's sometimes, man. That's the best. And
Bars,
sometimes it's
nigga.
good to laugh. It's good to laugh at your L's too.
yeah, but you have to realize that
Yeah.
you can't take life too seriously.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
You can't take life too
but you
seriously.
also at the same time you got to take your goals very seriously.
yeah.
No, but the goal aspect. So when I say not taking life too seriously, and you say the goal aspect, I hear that. And
I mean, even if your goal is just to enjoy life, bro,
Yeah.
take that shit seriously,
But, like,
fam. Get to a point where you can actually truly enjoy life.
like, don't work yourself to a grave.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
If you got a couple holidays you want to hit a year, you know you have to work a little bit or get a certain amount of bread to get that. So if you want to be serious about enjoying life, stack up and enjoy life.
And also, if you don't enjoy your present, if you don't enjoy your present because of your past,
You're stuck.
can
You're stuck in
put
the
into
past.
you can put actions in place to change your future.
Wait. Start that again. Will that one for me?
Certain people, due to life, just life in general and how life works, where you're born, you're in an environment and you have to adapt, you get to a stage where they're not happy with their life. Yeah. And then at that stage, there's always the hope and the possibility that you could change your life into whatever you want it to be. If you know what I mean. If you want to be more sociable, if you want to have a particular type of body or have a particular type of career, it's just planning and dedication. And you get it done. If you know what I mean. Within reason, you get it done, yeah. And then it's just a mindset thing about contentment and understanding that nothing's perfect and life comes with the L's and you have to roll through the punches. If you know what I mean. No one gets out of this clean.
It's just about them experiences, isn't it? Now you got them tools.
learn and move forward.
Bars, nigga.
Don't become stagnant.
That was a fantastic episode.
That was another episode of Urban Era 404.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
The
you for
time
tuning in.
has come to say
Goodbye. Joe started bopping his head like he has some drill bars to wrap over the beat.
end of a lovely day.
Listen, Urban.
I'm just, like, share, subscribe, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do, man.
404.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Irish Dragon. You got CK. You got Efficient, aka Ish, obviously. You got Ida, Flyder, and
done
myself,
that.
Joe. You get me?
Skudada.
We out, B.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah, I'm because when I first heard it was with the tune with M24. London. It took me a minute to get into that. I was like, Then the other things just started running through. I said, no, Tion and Joe is fake. He's like a cheat code. If you want a drill banger, just ask Tion for a hook. You're done. You're actually done. Like you.
That's why Russ is good.
Nah, but
Russ adds to it.
yeah,
Russ adds to it. We can't act like Russ. Yeah, no, his verse is cold. But Russ's verse is cold on that, bro. His verse is crazy on that as well. Let me not sleep on Russ's verse is cold as that on that.
What he does.
No, yeah.
the only thing with Tion though,
them two
I'm
don't
waiting
miss
for
when they get on the same track.
I'm waiting for a project. I'm one of the,
Tion and it.
no, just Tion. I'm one of those people.
No, I got Wayne's. Yeah, I got Wayne's.
I'm with Wave was 1 and 2 was good. 3 was a flop. I didn't like 3.
I didn't even listen to
I liked 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is a banger.
classic.
Did I listen to 3? I think I listened to 2. I think I listened to 1 and 2.
When it wasn't even big.
Yeah.
Wait, 2.
1 and 2.
What does 2 look like?
I think one he's the double stacked up to the ear. Let me get number 2. But one of them is like
Smoke like.
it's poor photoshopping.
Yeah.
You know the old
That's a big
Let me
he
check.
did it himself.
Nah, no way.
I didn't mind both Wayne's was 3.
Trying to make us better.
I think it was all good.
See Wayne's World 1, yeah, he's double stacked up behind like a gay kind of like. So when I met Chris at church, yeah,
We're gonna
I
introduce.
was very socially anxious person. So I didn't like communication. I got shy in groups. You know me. Or balk me. So if you put me in front of a camera, then I would probably have the conversation like he had the conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be very hesitant with my replies. I wouldn't go into a lot of depth. And
I couldn't imagine that. Let me get
why can't you imagine that?
Wait.
Joe,
You can't answer. Yeah.
why can't you imagine that?